Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Junior World Squash Championships 2013. Welcome to you all in the arena this afternoon and to all of you watching online all around the world. We have a fantastic match coming up for you straight away between two teams that put up a tremendous fight in the semi-finals yesterday. Today, they'll be fighting for third place in this team championships. We'll first of all invite the teams onto the court, so you put your hands together and give a big welcome to the 4 seeds, Hong Kong. And their opponents, after their defeat yesterday, narrowly to the Americans, they'll be looking to put up a great fight this afternoon and ensure that they take third place. Will you welcome England? So while we get the official photos done on the courts, I'll explain the format for this afternoon. There is a potential of 3 matches to be played. If a team has won the first 2 matches, then the third match won't be played. But if it's a draw after the first 2 matches, then the third match will be the decider. The teams today will be playing in the order of 3rd string, 1st string, and then 2nd string. So very shortly we'll be getting on with the first match, which will be the 3rd strings for that game. So now to the players, and the first players on, as I said before, are the 3rd string. So will you welcome to the court and raise the roof from Hong Kong for Tze Lok Ho! And her opponent this afternoon from England, Lily Taylor! Ladies and gentlemen, your referees for this match: your left referee, Oliver Orlicki; right referee, Wayne Smith; and your central referee, Srikanth Seshandran.
Well, good afternoon, squash fans all around the world. We are broadcasting to you live from the Hasta La Vista Club Wrocław in Poland. And the match on court now, as you probably heard just announced, is between the number 4 seeds Hong Kong and the number 3 seeds England. And they're fighting in this girls team championship for 3rd place. So far in this competition, it's all gone to the seedings. Later today at 5:30 GMT +1, the final will be contested between Egypt, going for a record 4th victory in this competition, or 4th consecutive victory. Won it more times than that in the past, but 4th consecutive victory. And they'll be taking on the USA, who put up a tremendous battle against the English and fought through to win that yesterday. And the England team whilst hugely disappointed to not make the final, will certainly have regrouped and be fully focused on securing 3rd place. And Hong Kong certainly put up a fight that was unexpected by many against Egypt. Mariam Metwali conceding the set yesterday after a titanic fight by the Hong Kong team.
Half time.
And Lily will be disappointed that she wasn't able to take her team across the line yesterday. But she has to put that out of her mind, focus on today's match, get her team off to a good start. Obviously there are 3 potential matches, should the matches be tied at 1-1 after the first 2. Our players, the order of play would be for England, Lily Taylor, and she's taking on Tze Lok Ho first. This is the match that you're about to watch. And the second match will be the England #1, Victoria Temple Murray. She is going to be taking on Capo Ho from Hong Kong. And should the match be tied, Lucy Beecroft of England will take on Pansy Chan of Hong Kong in the decider. So, sit back, strap yourselves in. You're going to be thoroughly entertained in these matches, I can assure you that. High quality squash, probably some high drama. And of course, later today, the powerhouse Egypt going for that 4th consecutive victory. Team USA, like any team from the USA in any sport, they're not there to make up the numbers. They've had to fight through some tremendous matches, beat some high quality players to get to the final. They'll have a plan. They will be trying to do their best to upset the script that the Egyptians are going to try and write into history. The owner there of the Hasta La Vista club, and just in front of him, the head Polish coach. He'll certainly have picked up some fantastic tips from all the coaches that he's met here around the world to introduce to the Polish team. Squash relatively new in Poland, but a massive vibe in the country, massive amount of quality courts and superb momentum being built in the country. Those Polish players will come through at some point, that's for sure. And this is a great privilege to have this event in Poland and showcase the best in the world. So, Lily Taylor there of England. Some making up to do after yesterday. She played Rayhan Sedgi, Rayhan the Hammer of the USA. Relentless pounding of the ball to the back was something that Lily wasn't able to deal with yesterday. Probably more so the pressure got to her a little bit. But
WSF.
It's all reset. It's 0-0
WSF
in matches, 0-0 in games, 0-0 in points. Fresh start, England versus Hong Kong for 3rd place in the Junior World Team Championship.
Lily Taylor of England receiving best of 5 games, lower. Yes, let. Lower. Out. Decision on the ball. Ladies, we are switching over to the card system. Decision on the ball, please. Ball's out. And
So,
out. 1 love.
as ever, I'm joined in the commentary box this afternoon by Conrad Timmer. Good afternoon, Conrad.
Good afternoon. Hello, Mark. Hello, everyone.
And as I was just saying to all our listeners around the world, I think this could be a very exciting tie. England will be wanting to ensure that they finish strong in this competition and secure that third place after their disappointment. Not disappointing form. I think the Americans really played some particularly special squash yesterday to come through that match, but England will be disappointed and they'll want to make amends today, won't they?
Definitely. It was a very closely contested match yesterday between America and England. America came on top in the last string, in the third string match. Hong Kong also put up a really strong fight against Egypt, so we really can't be sure what's going to happen today.
Hand out, 4-1.
This is a pretty good start from England, actually.
Yep. And of course, Tze Lok Ho, the only player, as far as I can work out and make out, that has taken a game off the Egyptians in this competition. Is that correct?
Yeah, apart from the Egyptians themselves, well, in the individual.
In the individual, yeah. But in the team event...
Yeah, she was the only one to get a game off. She got a game off Matt Wiley.
Yeah.
Stroke to Hong Kong.
Mariam.
Stroke there
Hand
to
out, 2-4.
Ho.
Both of these girls had really tough matches yesterday, so I think the one who rested well, stretched and prepared herself for today's match is going to come on top, really. I don't think there is much between them.
No, and I'm pretty sure that
3-4.
Lily will be pleased to come up against someone that's not hitting the ball quite as ferociously as Rayham yesterday.
Yeah, Rayham, the hammer set.
Down. Hand out, 5-3.
I was reading on some of the blogs and some of the squash sites that the nickname the Hammer is well and truly taken. And, if you don't know what we're talking about, you can see certainly the replays are on the official website.
Stroke to Hong Kong.
And you can see her live later.
In the final.
Yep.
Oh, that's really nice. Backhand volley drop. That's her favorite shot as well.
He has left 5-0.
So all square. This first game, just finding their way, testing each other out, seeing what's going to work. Of course, part of the advantage of these girls having been here last week for the individuals and now reaching the end of the teams is that they'll have seen each other play many, many times now. So it's not a complete unknown quantity of what you're up against.
Definitely, but and also both of the teams have the coaches to support them here. England and Hong Kong have great teams behind them. So probably the coaches have watched the opponents play. England was here watching a Hong Kong versus Egypt match earlier on, before their match in the evening.
Perhaps 7-5.
So the English girl starting to take control towards the end of this first game. It's a loose ball from Ho.
constant pressure from a Hong Kong player in this rally.
It seems to me that the way Lily is setting out her stall in this one is that I'm sure the coaches will have told her that's
It's a great straight kill.
that to really cut out the unforced errors, because that was a big factor in her match yesterday. Way too many unforced errors, 5, sometimes 6 in each game. And that, at this level, is always going to put you in big trouble.
I spoke to the Canadian team yesterday about playing Raheem, because all the girls have played her. They said that the first time you play a person who hits it that hard, you really don't know what's going on. You don't know what to do and how to respond. But then the next time you play the person with such game, you have a game plan. You know how to respond.
Left side, please.
You're not so shocked by constant hard hitting.
So if you want to get in touch with us during this live stream this afternoon, you can use on Twitter the hashtag WJC2013 and give us your predictions. Tell us what you're thinking about the matches you've seen, or just to say hi.
And out.
That's that straight volley drop.
6-10, game ball.
Tze Lok Ho plays it really nicely into the front corner.
So, it's a good job, but it's a hard drive. Taylor, the rally goes on. Ho trying to hang on in this game. I think that'll be a let.
Yes, left. 6-10, game ball.
Volley drop, volley kill from Ho.
7-10, game ball.
And she still has 3 game balls to save.
On 11-7, game to England. England leads
So
1 game to love.
Taylor gets the early initiative for the England team. As we saw yesterday with Ho in her first game against the Egyptian, quite a sedated start, but then a few words from the coach really came out in the second and certainly mixed the game up, and then in the third found her way to winning a set from the Egyptian Metwali. So Taylor will be pleased to get a game on the board, but she'll be very well aware that this player from Hong Kong, Tze Lok Ho, will likely get stronger during this match and not fade away too easily. But that'll be a good start after yesterday, losing 3-0, to get a game on the board, settle any nerves.
Fifteen seconds. England leads 1 game to love.
We're back in the second game. England leads 1 game to love.
It's a lovely volley drop from Taylor. It's so important, isn't it, after winning the first game, to continue and take the initiative and carry on your momentum in the second. And that slightly wrong foot Taylor, trying to cover the other corner. Slipped a little bit, and the drop from Ho was too good.
Out.
The light's just been switched off in the sports hall here.
Defensive lob from Taylor. Gets herself out of trouble with that again.
That was slightly a weak flick.
A couple of points from Ho there, both of them off really deft drops. One to the backhand, one to the forehand. There we go, 3 drop shots, 3 points.
Lily has to really focus on hitting it to the back again and go back to basics and then build up from there, because if she's going to go too short too early, that's just what Tze Lok Ho is going to do. She's going to get on it and play a quick drop.
Decision on the ball.
The refs are challenging the pickup, saying it wasn't.
Was good, please play a let. 4-1 from the left.
They're not sure.
They're not sure if they're going to play a let. But on the replay, it looks like it was
4-1 from the left.
Yep. Straightforward.
It was a good pickup, and then
yep. Oh, that's a beautiful drop shot rolling out of the neck from Lily Taylor.
She needs more of those, because she's still 2 points behind Hong Kong.
Oh, high serve just swinging in. That's another great drop. Ho quickly on it. And it looks interestingly that every point in this game so far won with a drop shot.
Yeah, most of them are in backhand corner.
Doing a lot of running around
This
rally, but mixes
break.
up the play.
And out, 5-3.
She'll be mindful of maintaining the mini lead that she's worked and earned herself at the beginning of this game.
It's going to be a let.
Yes, let 5-3.
That's smashed into the neck on the forehand side.
6-3.
Tze Lok Ho, confidence rising.
The player from Hong Kong is playing a lot better in this game.
That's tight, squeezed into the back.
7-3.
And that thumped cross court beyond the reach of Taylor's racket.
Yeah, that was an execution.
Tze Lok Ho clearly given a game plan by a coach and has come out and executed it
9-3.
to the letter.
Yeah, she's hitting her targets in the back corners, and then she uses all the opportunities she's given by Lily to take the ball short. And she's not making mistakes as well.
That's a good rally for Taylor.
And out. 4,
Run of
9.
3 or 4 points by the girl from Hong Kong.
Down.
And it
And
now
out.
brings
10
up
for game ball.
game ball. Tze Lok Ho, Hong Kong. She's quickly onto that drop from beat the English girl, and
11-4, game to Hong Kong,
That-
1 game all.
was a pretty quick game. Girl from Hong Kong, after a positive start from Lily Taylor, she's now got to go back and rethink this match. After winning the first game, Ho has come on and changed the game, changed the way she's playing. When your opponent does that, you have to respond and combat it. You can't just necessarily continue to play the same style that's won your game before. To adapt, you have to think, you have to have a plan. Seen there that let ball. And again, while the players have a minute and a half to take on the fluids, dry themselves off, it's time for the coaches to
15 seconds.
answer some words of advice, some direct instructions of what to do. It's a lot easier to see what's going on off the court than it is when you're on the court. The game
Time.
played at such breakneck speed. Often can't even remember half the points you've played. Instinct kicks in, or training kicks in. So
1 game all.
natural
Hong Kong
level.
to serve. Level.
Ho in the ascendancy. Taylor has to respond. It's a good start, volley drop,
1 love.
very calm. I feel that Taylor really needs to take those volleys. She's letting too many balls go past her, in my opinion.
Especially when Ho is actually hitting all the targets that she needs to every single time.
Smashed cross court from Ho, and then the gentle drop.
That was lovely. She got on it
3 loves.
just at the top of the bounce and she took it short so well.
Great mix of power and touch.
Down.
That's smashed into the tin. Probably a little
4 love.
frustration more than anything.
But it's 4 love in less than a minute.
Yeah,
Hand out.
it's a
1.
bit of a cheap
4.
point, but Taylor will take it. Just get a point on the board.
It's incredible how quickly a game can run away from you if you make mistakes right in the beginning.
As we see with this par 11 scoring, where every rally wins a player a point,
2, 4.
very quickly rack up a lead, but equally very quickly lose a lead if you don't keep that concentration going.
It's very true.
Well, Ho putting in that
3,
boast
4.
way too early. Taylor was well in position, got on it quickly, punched it down the wall.
Down.
Unforced error from Taylor.
Hand
That
out.
was the type of shot that was costing her
5,
yesterday. She's
3.
got to really keep those rallies going.
or at least not give herself a slightly larger margin, rather than going straight just above the tin. Just play an inch above the tin.
Sure.
But as long as it stays tight to the wall, especially on these courts, the ball clings to the sidewalls.
So that's out, and over at our commentary position, we'll chuck it back.
6,
There we go.
3.
That was a better throw than
That was a
yesterday.
good throw yesterday. You actually threw it back to the player. Well, good job.
I feel like I cheated today.
Oh,
Oh, that lob
What happened
played
there?
out.
Hand out.
Blob just caught the back
4,
corner. I
6.
think.
Lily's chasing here.
Such
Wrap.
good touch from
And out.
Ho
7,
around the front
4.
of the court. You can't help feeling that the game plan for Taylor should be to keep Ho well and truly in these back corners, because when she's in front of her, just popping those little drops in, she plays them so well.
Down.
No errors, and that's another unforced error
8,
from Lily
4.
Taylor.
Lily has to be a lot more patient than she is right now. And focus on the basics.
And that's not a good shot. She's going to throw a little trickle cross court, and that's loose as well.
I just
And
can't help
that's-
feeling that Tze Lok Ho is actually she dominates the tee now.
Yes,
She spends a lot more time on the tee.
8, 4 from the left side,
Just
please.
Places the ball
Left
in
side,
different
please.
corners for Lily to chase around the ball.
Yeah, if you look at that last rally, Lily not hitting really target with any of the balls. Again, that's short.
Decision, please. Wait. Stroke to
Stroke to
Hong Kong.
Taylor.
No, to
9,
Tze Lok
4.
Ho. She
Tze
caught
Lok
her
Ho.
with her backswing one hit well hitting. So it was right in the middle. And
Nice.
just she
quite-
didn't hit her hard, but I think she just touched her.
That's going to be a stroke the other way.
Yes,
Oh,
left.
no, it's,
No?
it's a
9,
let.
4.
Well,
It's 9-4.
so they're third game here, going pretty much the way of the second for
Game ball.
Tze Lok Ho of Hong Kong. With 6 game balls. That
Hand out.
is a good
5,
shot from
10.
Taylor.
Game ball.
Long way back, 5 more game balls to save. And when you're in this situation, it's a, well, I was going to say it's a great
11-5.
opportunity to
Game to Hong Kong. Hong Kong
really
leads
try and get
2
some
games to 1.
consistency going and concentration. But Tze Lok Ho now leads England 2-1 down to Hong Kong. And as I said after the first game, Tze Lok Ho tends to get stronger as a match goes on. It was a fairly passive start, but now she seems to be working through the gears, making very few mistakes, if any. Taylor doesn't look to be having any plan that she's working to. Looks frustrated. You can see from the body language there as she chats to Tanya Bailey of England.
15 seconds.
So,
Time.
Tze Lok Ho, one game away from giving her team 1-0 lead in this match. The winner will take third place in the World Team Championship 2013. Been here for nearly 2 weeks. Individual championships before this.
Hong Kong leads.
The last day
2 games to 1. Hong
these
Kong
girls
serve.
to compete.
Level.
That is about as cool and accurate
1 love.
as a backhand volley drop gets. Maybe you'll be very aware that that's a favoured shot. The girl from Hong Kong. You have to keep it away from that zone because she will put that away every time. That's a great squeeze onto the sidewall from Tze Lok Ho.
2 love.
Looking very cool, very calm. She's certainly hitting some great targets. I was just saying there, Conrad, that Taylor just doesn't seem to have a plan that she's trying to work to. The few points that she's picked up in the last 2 games have really not been very consistent.
Yeah, I feel like
Again, that backhand drive.
she forced her game onto Lily, and Lily just responds rather than trying to take initiative. But to do that, in order to do that, you have to hit your targets, and you have to.
And that's a great cross-court drop there after forcing the situation with that drive. And as we said before, she's really got to force Ho's back corners and quickly attack. Ho's quickly in on that. That's going to be a stroke.
Stroke to England, 2-3.
So
most rallies are better from Lily Taylor.
So, as we said, the back corners,
3-all.
that's where she's going to get some joy in this match. I'm sure her coaching team will have told her that. They'll have seen just how dangerous Ho is when left loose at the front there. There it is, she's put it on that volley on the backhand side. You really can't put it there. She's going to put it away every single time. Good racket work from Taylor.
Yeah, Lily's playing a lot better in this game now. Hitting the back corners a lot better. And thanks to that, she's got more opportunities to do something with the ball in front of the court.
Again, the volley has to be taken there. Yeah. This court just dies away at the back.
I felt like she actually wanted to take the volley, but she hesitated and then...
Yeah, it was a little close to her, but you see her racket work. She's very able to adapt and, as you say, just maybe changed her mind.
Oh, that was very good.
And as you sense in these matches, there are turning points, and you can't help feeling that if Taylor can get ahead in the next few points, then she really has a chance in this match. And that's always helpful. Unforced error, opportune moment. She can build on the tiny lead that she has now. And we could have a tight final game on our hands. So
I would like to see this going to the 5th, to be honest.
Tze Lok Ho would be quite happy for it not to, I'm sure. And there we go, that forehand has produced almost half of the points one way or another in this game.
It's true, but it's a good length that gets her those opportunities and those forces those mistakes out of Tze Lok Ho.
So 8-5 Taylor. Game 4. Just to take this one to keep the match alive. That's a poor block from Ho, and again, I can't help feeling Taylor needs to aggressively volley anything that comes to her. She's bouncing around a lot more comfortable in this game than she was in the last. Tight.
This is a really good rally.
And that's a beautiful piece of racket work from Lily Taylor of England. 4-point lead. And really
Right side, please.
had to respond in this match, and she has. Went for that cross court again. Just caught the tin.
It was a risky shot, to be honest, because she didn't have that much time.
Well,
it works well when she gets there and holds and flicks.
I think 4-point lead when you're sitting on 9, it's really going to knock the stuffing out of your opponent. That's a great shot. Lily Taylor brings up 4 game balls to level this match. She's put it. Ho's backhand volley.
Game ball.
Has to cancel that out, keeping it away from the danger areas. Backhand rally ensues. Neither player wanting to make an error at this stage. Ball now loose. The backhand drop.
11-7.
Definitely put into the net.
England, 2 games all.
By Lily Taylor of England. She levels the match. 2-all. First match of the afternoon in this fight for 3rd place in the Junior World Teams. And that was really good to see from the England girl. She looked a little flustered when talking to Tony Bailey in the last break, but she's gone on there and done what she's been told to do. And the England team will be really pleased with her in that game, because she took back control of this match. Could easily have run away from her. But now it's a 1-game shootout. Taylor back on court first.
Time.
Still words from the coaching team from Hong Kong for Tze Lok Ho. So you sort of feel that when you're in the situation of 2-all, that the player that has brought the score back to 2-all is the one that sort of has the momentum. But the first few points of the 5th game
2 games all.
really decide
England to serve.
where the momentum's going. For Taylor, she just has to continue where she left off. For Ho, has to fix some of the errors.
That's a good straight kill to start the game with.
Hand out, 1 love.
I still think, Mark, that the momentum is with Lily because she just came back from 2-1 down. She won that 4th game. She should be really positive over this 5th.
Yeah, and as I was saying, after the 3rd game, she was looking really flustered when having a chat with Tanya Bailey, or listening to Tanya Bailey. But what they decided needed to be done really worked in that last game.
Definitely, and from the start here in this game, she's hitting her targets a lot better.
Yes, let 1 all.
So, 2 all, 1 all.
Pretty even. Oh, that was lovely.
Great hold on Chips, a
2-1.
little boast.
She fooled me here. I was sitting here watching. Thought she's gonna go for a drop.
Yeah, so did Ho. Loose, and
It was a great
notice
finish.
that Taylor's unforced errors have really disappeared now. Don't want to put the commentators first on it, but that was one of the big
Can do that.
factors.
Yes, let 3-1.
Yeah, you're right, Mark. Actually, she was making mistakes in the games she lost, and she lost them quite quickly as well.
Sort of feel that Tze Lok Ho's lost her way a little bit.
Decision, please. No let.
Ho,
4,
not happy with that
1.
no let
Left
decision.
side, please.
No, you wouldn't be. In the 5th game at 4-1.
So, coach shouting out a few instructions. And Taylor has this match by the neck now.
5-1.
Can't help feeling that it's hers to win.
Down.
Oh, there we go. Should keep my mouth shut.
Hand out.
About the error
5.
count.
That's the first one for a little while though. It's always interesting when you make an unforced error as a player yourself, you know that it just sometimes gives you that little bit of confidence that you think, well, maybe if they make a few of those and I step up the game a bit, I might have a chance in this. But when your opponent really doesn't make any unforced errors, it really demoralises you.
6.
Very much
You know
so.
you're going to have to win every single point with hard.
I went on the court with Rodney Isles yesterday, and that's how I felt. I felt like, how am I going to get a point from this man? It's just too good. It was a great squash lesson.
Yeah.
I'm very stiff today after all that running.
And of course, an
Yeah,
absolute privilege whenever you get a
6,
chance to
2.
go on court with a legend
Yeah.
of the game. And I had a similar experience with Derek Ryan last year.
Down. Hand out 3-6.
That was
The
down.
great gentleman of the game, well, as always.
Mm.
And great ambassadors still passing on their great knowledge and experience to the younger generation. So Taylor has a 3-point lead in this final game. Just bouncing around on the tee there.
Down.
That's just caught the top of the tin.
Yeah, those errors are creeping into Lily Taylor's game now.
Yeah.
I feel like she got to that lead at 6-2, and she sort of sat back and enjoyed it.
And you sort of can't help feeling that as long as she doesn't make these unforced errors, that the type of squash she's playing now is working pretty well. And she's making sure that on this, particularly on this backhand side, that she doesn't set up that shot for Ho's backhand volley drop.
This is one of the longest rallies so far.
Yeah. It's an important stage of the game.
Very good hit here. And both girls really tight.
Quickly taken by Taylor, really upping the pace.
This is a real test. Yep. Whoever wins this rally will have a
stayed in.
Mental boost. She got a little bit too close there on that ball.
Oh, and it's just caught the top of the tin. And as you say, these unforced errors, they've crept back into the game. And the healthy lead that Taylor created for herself has been clawed back to 6-5.
And also losing that was a huge rally. That was the longest one of the match.
Yep.
He has led
so
5-6.
The drop from Ho not considered quite good enough to deny Taylor a let.
That's the middle stage of this game, where both players have to focus if they want to win. Especially after that long rally. Once the fatigue has crept in, they need to focus.
Cross court was right into the danger zone of Ho's volley. Taylor flirting with danger whenever she does that. That's a pounding backhand drive from Tze Lok Ho.
Tight response.
It's a
very
good drop.
That was a well-constructed attack from the England player.
7-5.
Well, important points now. Taylor, 4 points, giving her team a 1-0 lead. Down the middle from Ho. This is a loose squash for a moment, just hitting.
That's good. It's going to be a no-let.
No-let.
So,
Hand out.
the Hong Kong coach sensing that this is one of those pivotal moments in a match. Nothing he can do. Well, the referee's called that down. He's saying it caught the top of the tin. Well,
Lily doesn't seem to be challenging that decision, so.
Let's see the replay. Yeah, did seem to catch the top of the tin. And again, that's 5 unforced errors. And the only way for me that Taylor can lose this is with the unforced errors. When you look at the number of points that Tze Lok Ho has won, how many of those have been given to her. Taylor just continues to play the squash she's playing, but cut out those errors. You can't really lose. And that's a tight squeeze on the sidewall from the girl from Hong Kong. You can really feel the tension rising.
Both girls must feel now that the end is quite close.
8-all. Well, it was a one-game shootout. It's now a best of 5 points.
No-let.
That's a no-let.
She hit a poor shot and she got herself into trouble.
So for the first time in this final game, Tze Lok Ho gets herself ahead and at a vital time as well.
It's going to be a
That's going to be a let ball.
He has led 9-8.
I feel the tension from the court. The girls are getting edgy now.
Yeah. When it comes down to the wire like this, a couple of good shots, a couple of mistakes. It's all it's going to be. That's tight from Taylor. She's gone for that cross court and missed it. And that
Gives the Hong Kong player a match ball.
10-8. Match ball from the right side.
2 match balls, in fact. Can she convert? Or can Taylor keep the match alive? So the boast Taylor picked up from Ho. Rally ensues down the backhand wall. The ball is loose. Oh, and that's a great volley drop.
And out.
Taylor saves 1 match ball.
10 match ball.
And there it is, the volley
11-9,
drop from Tze Lok
match
Ho
to Hong Kong.
gives Hong Kong the
Hong Kong
lead
wins
in this
3
contest.
games to 2. 7-11, 11-4, 11-5, 7-11, 11-9.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for the 2 players, Lily Taylor of England, and a winner of this first tie, Tze Lok Ho. Well, we'll take a couple of minutes comfort break, then we'll be back on with our second match. So that's back on court at 3 o'clock. Thank you.
So, as the court cleaners prepare the court for our next match, coach from Hong Kong absolutely delighted that his player managed to push through at the end there. Taylor will be disappointed that she wasn't able to continue her good work early on in that final game. The girl from Hong Kong taking the lead towards the end and just edging across the line. So, pressure now on the #1 seeds, Victoria Temple Murray of England, Capo Ho of Hong Kong. Temple Murray has to win that to keep this match alive. If Capo Ho wins it, Hong Kong take 3rd place. We'll be back with that match very, very shortly. Get yourself a drink. Stay tuned, we'll be back.